right, we're going to do your 21-day challenge. This is the last workout I'll be sending, workout number 6, and this is a strength workout. So it's going to isolate those muscle groups, and we're really going to be working one muscle group at a time. We're going to do exercise duos with ladders. So what you're going to do is the exercise duos are 2 exercises grouped together, and you're going to do 20 of the first exercise, then 5 of the second, 15 of the first one, then 10 of the second, 10 of the first one, then 15 of the second, and 5 of the first one, and 20 of the second. So you're kind of inverse laddering those number of reps. All right, so the first, the warm-up, first of all, you're going to do 10 squats. And you don't have to go real deep, just kind of get your legs warmed up. Nice form with your toes pointed forward, knees in line with the second toe, and watching those knees so that they're staying in line with that toe through the whole squat. And you're just sitting back, keeping your weight in your heels. 10 push-ups. So always on the push-ups, you want to be keeping your head neutral, and you're trying to lower your chest to the ground, not your face. Okay, so keep that head up and in neutral position. And then 10 bear hugs. So you're just going to kind of loosen up those arms. You can alternate which arm is on top, and just do some bear hugs, get those arms nice and loose. All right, so the first exercise duo are push-ups and plank to plank. I already showed you push-ups today. The plank to plank, you can do, start on your knees, and then work up to doing them on your toes. But what you're doing is you're starting in a plank position up on your hands. You're going to drop down one at a time to your elbow, and then push back up to a plank. And alternate which side drops first, just to kind of keep it even. And then, like I said, just work up to doing it on your toes. But when you do it, you want to make sure you keep that nice plank position. The next duo is a full sit-up and a reverse crunch. So for your full sit-up, start with your feet flat on the floor, legs bent. You're really going to use your arms to help pull yourself up, and then put your arms up at the top to kind of work those back muscles, the posture muscles, as part of the sit-up. As you start to get stronger, you will not have to use your arms to sit up, and then the most challenging is with your legs straight, and you just sit up without using those arms. Okay, reverse crunches. So you're going to put those legs straight up in the air. This movement is very small, but works a lot of your lower ab muscles. You're going to shoot your feet straight toward the ceiling, lifting your hips up off the ground, just a little bit. You won't be able to lift them very high. What you do not want to do is this, okay? So you don't want to swing those legs back. You want to shoot them straight up to the ceiling. Then we have single leg hip extension, leg button on your back, legs straight up in the air. You're going to raise those hips up and down. And don't let your hips rest on the floor in between. This is where you start with your hands here. Then you can move them to your stomach or across your chest, and eventually up here is the most challenging. So you'll do that on each side. Then you'll do a single leg deadlift. So you can use weights, but you do not have to. So stay on the same leg and do the hip extension and then the deadlift, and then switch to the other side and do the same number of reps on the other leg, just so you're working that same leg for 2 exercises in a row. So the single leg deadlift, I'll show you from the side. You're going to have that leg up just a little bit off the floor, and you're going to bend over, nice flat back, and then snap up. And try and stay balanced through the whole set. So don't ever set that leg down. That's your goal. Obviously, if you're starting to fall off balance, then set it down. Okay, then you're going to do a squat, which I showed you at the beginning, and then a split squat. So the split squat is just kind of like lunging up and down. So you're just going to lunge up and down. It's called a split squat. Same technique applies as to a lunge. So you want most of your weight in that front leg. You want the knee in line with the second toe, and bending down with 90-degree angles in both your legs is the goal. Okay, then burpees, and these are just regular burpees. So you're gonna bend down, jump out into a nice plank position, jump back in, stand up, and put your arms up. You can also modify this by bending down and stepping out. Just make sure you're hitting that nice plank position before you come back in. And then raise your arms up. Mountain climbers, like this, trying to keep those hips as still as possible. You can also step your legs in and out and fighting to keep those shoulders over the wrists. Then a plank with a tuck jump. So you're going to be down in a plank, you're going to jump in, jump back out. Jump in, hi baby, jump back out. You can also jump or walk in and then step out. And lastly, renegade rows. You can do these with your knees down. You can have weights or not. And you're just going to pull up into a row. Alternate those. Try not to open up your shoulders. Keep them square with the floor. If you have your if you're on your toes, same thing. Try to keep those hips square with the floor. All right, have fun with that.